revolution, it is not enough that there is discontent. What is required is a profound and thorough conviction of the justice, necessity and importance of political and social rights. A very warm welcome to one and all present here to witness the 72nd Virtual Republic Day celebration organized by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan International School. I, Tejal, your host for today, would like to take you on a journey back into the past 72 years ago, when on this very day of 26 January that we as a nation received a constitution. Indeed, a day to be celebrated forever in the history of a country. From 28th August 1947 up to 24th January 1950, the 389-member Constituent Assembly reduced to 299 after the partition of India. It took almost 3 years to draft the constitution, holding 11 sessions over a 165-day period, and after 2 days, it came into effect throughout the whole nation. Without further delay, let's move forward and start with our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
The Indian National Pledge is an oath of allegiance to the Republic of India. The pledge was originally composed in Telugu language by writer Paidamari Venkata Subba Rao in 1962. It was first read out in a school in Visakhapatnam in 1963 and was subsequently translated into various regional languages. The Indian National Pledge is an oath that we take while we live in this country. It reminds us of our responsibilities towards our country and motherland. We must perform all our duties as a responsible citizen and support our country's development. Let us all pledge today to work hard and make our country the strongest economy in the world. And what better than to have our young stars, our primary section students, render the pledge in their unique way. Presenting before you our young patriots.
India is my country. All Indians are my brothers and sisters.
I love my country and I am proud of its rich and varied heritage.
I shall always strive to be worthy of it. I shall give my parents, teachers and all elders respect and treat everyone with courtesy. To my country and my people, I pledge my devotion. In their well-being and prosperity alone lies my happiness.
The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It lays down the framework to make laws, govern the country, establish a structure of policies, procedures, powers and duties of the union and the state government. It states out the fundamental rights, directive principles and duties of the citizens. Thus, it is that document which safeguards the country. Our students from the 3rd, 4th and the 5th standard will throw more light on the nuances of the Constitution.
Constitution of India. It is one of the longest written constitution of the world, comprising of 448 articles in 22 parts and 12 schedules, providing 6 fundamental rights to citizens of India. The Constituent Assembly completed the historic task of drafting the Constitution for independent India by 1949 under the guidance of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar the architect of Indian Constitution, along with 299 members of Constitution Assembly for 165 days of discussion and 11 sessions. Therefore, it is known as the bulkiest constitution of the world, which is combination of rigidity and flexibility. The Constitution of India is not mere lawyers' documents. It's a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age.
Our constitution gives certain valuable rights to all the citizens of India, which are absent in other countries. An interesting point to know is that our constitution was decided a lot in the beginning. Winston Churchill had said that newly independent India will not be able to survive. But the efforts of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Jawaharlal Nehru had made impossible things possible by bringing all the divided states together. A lot of other people have given their valuable contributions to forming the constitution. The immortal name against them was Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, who was the chairman of the drafting committee. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, one of the most intellectual people, had analyzed the constitution of various countries and had adapted from it to get it incorporated in Indian constitution worldwide. We have learned, adopted and incorporated all the positives in constitution worldwide.
Constitution is a book that contains the ideas, rules, promises and duties agreed by a people of a country. It can be changed from time to time if the citizens feel that it is necessary. In 1947, when India became independent from the British rule, the people of India decided what kind of a life they wanted for themselves, as well as what rights and duties they should have. They also decided how they should be governed. They put their ideas together in the Constitution of India. So the Constitution of India was adopted on 26 November 1949. However, our first President, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and many other people signed the Constitution of India, and it came into effect on 26 January 1950. So 26 January is celebrated as Republic Day. India has a written constitution. Some countries like the Britain doesn't have a written constitution. Let us understand the constitution of a country with the help of a beautiful poem. Let's be equal, just and free, strong in our diversity, free in thoughts and free in prayers, free to dream and free to dare, free to love and free to care. Let's be equal, just and free, strong in our diversity, unified with love and trust, strong to lend a weak hand, strong to help and understand, strong to build a happier land. Let's be equal, just and free, strong in our diversity.
And a celebration seems incomplete without a touch of melody. And today's special occasion definitely will not be complete without a song by our choir group, efficiently trained by our music teacher, Mr. Amarnath. Let's enjoy the song Ye Desh Hai Veer Jawanon Ka and feel the patriotic fervor in our veins.
वीर जवानों का, बेरों का, मस्तानों का, इस देश का यारो, इस देश का यारो क्या कहना, ये देश है दुनिया का कहना। छाती वीरों की, यहाँ बोली शक्लें हीरों की, यहाँ गाते हैं रांझे, यहाँ गाते हैं रांझे, मस्ती में मचती है धूमें बस्ती में। की यहाँ हंसता है सावन, यहाँ हंसता है सावन, गानों में खिलती है कलियां गानों में। कहीं दंगल शौक जवानों के, कहीं करतब तीर कमानों के, यहाँ नित नित मेले, यहाँ नित नित मेले सजते हैं, नित ढोल और ताशे बजते हैं। दिलबर के लिए दिलदार है हम, दुश्मन के लिए तलवार है हम, मैदान में अगर हम डट जाए, मुश्किल है कि पीछे हट जाए।
A warm and graceful morning to one and all present here. I, Yami Shah, the school captain, take immense pleasure in welcoming you all here today. I wish each and every one of you a very happy 72nd Republic Day. Leaders become great not because of their power but their ability to empower others. We have one such leader we all look up to, who has never failed to motivate and inspire us. May I now invite our principal, Ma'am Meenakshi Kilpade, to render her message.
A very good morning to the esteemed guests, dear parents, dear teachers and my dear students. Wishing you all a very happy Republic Day today. We celebrate this day to commemorate the day on which the Constitution of India came into effect, a document which gave its citizens rights, but our focus should be more on the responsibilities that it bestows on us. Dear students, we miss you in school today. The celebration that we would have had, the choir singing the songs, the children putting up their performance. Nevertheless, you will have done a splendid job through the videos that you have sent. Thank you for that. And this shows that we are resilient people. No matter what setbacks come, we are able to bounce back. And the vaccine is around the corner. Hopefully, we would have turned over a new leaf very soon. In the meantime, at home, let us practice the spirit of the Constitution. Children, while you are at home, some of the facets of the Constitution, like fraternity, no discrimination, equality, justice for everyone. In our daily lives, with our family members, we can practice all this. So here's wishing you all a very happy Republic Day. Have a good day. Thank you.
It is said that the moment you take responsibility for everything in your life is the moment when you can change anything in your life. The year 2020 has taught us new lessons that we had never learnt about, and one of the topmost has been to be responsible individuals for the benefit of ourselves as well as others. The tiny tots from Prep 2 and Senior KG are here today to tell us just that.
Hello, I'm Anurag. I like to help my parents at home. I fold the clothes. See how I do. And then clean the room. It's always good to help your parents. Today we are going to learn a very important lesson. After playing with the toy, put it in the toy bag. Thank you. Bye. I will study every day to be a responsible child. And Whenever my mom bakes me a cake, I help my mom to mix the batter. When I'm done playing with my toys, I put it back in its place. I am 6 years old, so I can do some things on my own. I put my toys back in place after play. And I help my mama and dada in housework. Bye bye.
Since our constitution qualifies to be the longest in the world, there is no doubt that many facts about it can surprise us even today. Our students from grade 3rd, 4th and 5th will now share with us some really unknown facts about our constitution to enhance our knowledge and information and thus make us feel more proud about it.
Very good morning everyone. Today I am here to tell you about the Constitution of India. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of India. The document lays down the framework, demarcating fundamental political code, structure, procedure and powers and duties of government institutions and sets out fundamental rights, directive principles and duties of citizens. The final draft of the Indian Constitution, which was the longest in the world, was adopted on 26 November 1949. After almost 2 years, 11 months, 17 days, it was legally enforced on 26 January 1950, the day that we celebrate as the Republic Day ever since. Here are a few unknown facts about the Constitution. 1. The Constitution was originally written in Hindi and English. The original copies of the Indian Constitution were also written in Hindi and English. Each member of the Constituent Assembly that drafted the Constitution signed 2 copies of the Constitution, one in Hindi and other in English.
The national emblem was adopted on 26 January 1950, the day India was declared a republic with its constitution coming into effect. A representation of a lion capital Ashoka was initially adopted as a dominion of India in December 1947. The current version of the emblem was officially adopted on 26 January 1950, the day India became a republic. On 24 January 1950, 284 members of the Constituent Assembly signed the Indian Constitution at the Constitution Hall, now known as the Central Hall of Parliament in New Delhi. Prior to the Constituent Assembly had convened in 1948 to draft the Indian Constitution adopted in 1950, the fundamental law of India was mostly embodied on a series of statutes enacted by the British Parliament. The ideals of liberty, equality and fraternity come from the French Constitution. These words appear in the preamble to the Constitution of India. Many other nations have also adopted the French slogan of liberty, equality and fraternity as an ideal. The Government of India Act 1935 was originally passed in August 1935 and is said to be the longest act of British Parliament ever enacted by that time. The 1935 Act was the second installment of constitutional reforms passed by the British Parliament for implementing the idea of a responsible government in India. Thank you.
The English version has 1,17,369 words. There are a total of 1,17,369 words in the English version of the Constitution of India. It is the longest constitution in the world. With so much of writing, the Indian Constitution is the longest of any of the Soviet countries. In its current form, it has a preamble, 22 parts with 448 articles, 12 schedules, 5 appendices and 115 amendments. The Constitution wasn't typed or printed. Both the versions of the Constitution, Hindi and English, were handwritten. It is the longest handwritten constitution on any country on earth. The Constitution was handwritten by Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada. The original Constitution is handwritten by Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada in an italic flowing style with beautiful calligraphy. calligraphy. The constitution was published in Dehradun and photolithographed by the Survey of India. Each page was decorated by artists from Shantiniketan. The constitution was handwritten with each page uniquely decorated by artists from Shantiniketan, including Biohar Ram Manohar Sinha and Nandalal Bose. The original copies are stored in special cases. The original copies of the Indian Constitution written in Hindi and English are kept in special helium-filled cases in the library of the Parliament of India.
Our national heroes gave us a glorious past, and now we need to create the future. Paying homage to our national leaders who played a great role in giving us our constitution. Our secondary section students will now present a skit, The Story of a Constitution, performed by students of IGCSE and SSC section.
We, the students from the secondary section, take this opportunity to give you an insight into the making of our constitution. Here are the committee members. Do you know that the Constitution of India was written by over 300 representatives for over a period of almost 3 years before our Constitution got formalized? The Constitution was enacted on 26 November 1949 and enforced on 26 January 1950. Hence, 26 November is celebrated as the Constitution Day and 26 January as our Republic Day.
Political democracy cannot last unless there lies at the base social democracy. What does social democracy mean? It means a way of life which recognizes liberty, equality, and fraternity as the principles of life.
To ensure the representation was as diverse as possible, these 300 people were partially elected and partially selected from all the sections of society. There were Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Parsis, Anglo-Indians and tribal communities and so on. There was a representation across regions, caste, educational and political backgrounds. There was also the representation of women, a total of 15 out of 300, a major accomplishment from the time when the women empowerment was a faraway dream.
I hope that those who call themselves the original masters of the land, the tribal people, will realize that there is no distinction of caste, creed, status in the Constituent Assembly.
The British wanted to write the Constitution for India before they left, but it was rejected by the Indians who wanted to write the Constitution by themselves. 448 articles in 22 parts, 12 schedules and 97 amendments, an insight into how India got itself a permanent and organized constitution on January 26, 1950.
We who have this tremendous task of constitution making have to think of the tremendous task of the present and the greater prospect of the future, and not get lost in seeking small gains for this group or that.
It will warm the heart of many a woman to know that free India will mean not only equality of status but equality of opportunity.
When the constitution was prepared, the societal environment was very highly challenging. Communal rights, division between castes, feudalism, and so on. And yet the makers chose to write.
In attaining our ideals, our means should be as pure as the end.
Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was appointed as the head of the drafting committee on August 28, 1947 with one objective. A permanent and organized constitution for India was prepared by the drafting committee.
Educationists should build the capacities of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership among students and become their role model.
After 141 days into working on the first draft of the Constitution, it was submitted to the Assembly on November 4, 1947. On January 24, 1950, 616 signatures were made by 308 members of the Assembly on the two handwritten copies, English and Hindi, of the final draft of the Constitution of India. After 2 days, on January 26, 1950, the longest written constitution of the world came into effect. Equality, liberty, justice, and fraternity were the core principles of our constitution.
Dear friends, in the present scenario of the pandemic, one group of people whom we cannot skip a mention of, our frontline workers, our healthcare workers who have stood like a giant wall between the disease and the people. On this auspicious occasion, we take this opportunity to salute them and express our heartfelt gratitude to them. A tribute from Dr. S. Radhakrishnan International School to our frontline workers.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rajesh Bhanushali, a general surgeon at Suvidha Hospital, Goregaon West. Friends, as we all know, we are facing a global pandemic since last 1 year. It's not yet over. So, please don't take the situation lightly at all. Our safety is in our hands, and as a responsible citizen, wear your mask without fail when you move out. Keep sanitizing your hands, avoid social gatherings. It's about our nation, and above all, it's about our COVID warriors who are working on ground zero day and night just to save our lives. The list of these sleep deprived heroes includes doctors, nurses, medical cleaners, pathologists, paramedics, ambulance drivers, healthcare administrators, policemen, and others. Many have sacrificed their lives in the line of duty. So, to encourage them and appreciate the efforts of all our Corona warriors, stay indoors, stay safe. Big salute to these real heroes of this challenging time. Take care.
Hi friends, I'm Sandra Fernandez from BYL Nair Hospital. I'm a sister in charge. You all know about coronavirus. We were all given a set of rules like washing your hands and when you come from out, wearing masks, keeping social distance, using sanitizers, not touching your hands to the face and mouth, and staying home, very compulsory, no going out and meeting friends. We've all been away from our families and your friends, so it was very tough for us. As doctors and nurses, we also had a lot of keeping our families away from us. We had to do duties, extra duties. We had a lot of problems like traveling. We didn't have proper transport. So, you'll all take care of yourself. Be safe. Don't go out. Now as it has become less, don't take it lightly. Continue wearing masks and washing hands. And don't circulate too much with friends and relatives, and keep the coronavirus away from all of us so that we nurses and doctors can have less workload if you all take care of yourselves and your families. Thank you. Be safe.
Hello, I'm Dr. Rishikesh Balwali, an alumnus of DSRV. I'm currently working as a resident doctor in Government Medical College, Surat. The year 2020 has been a tough year for all of us. This year has been one of unprecedented changes and sudden changes. But this year has also been one of awakenings and has taught us that growth can happen even in the toughest of situations. There are many things this pandemic taught us. Let me share a few that I learned. The first and the most important thing is to believe in science. It is important to develop a scientific temper and curiosity and question the various rumors that are spread around this virus and now its vaccination. As I worked in the wards, I saw patients of many ages, genders, race, culture, and religions. The only thing common between them was the need for a human connection. Owing to the infectivity of the virus, we couldn't let the family members close to these people. The coronavirus did not discriminate among these people. The same way, we should not discriminate among them. It is important to develop gratitude and appreciate the family and friends that we have around us. The pandemic brought changes which made you study at home and your parents work at home. But this comes with a caveat. Now there is no one to watch over you or judge you. It is how honest you are to your work that is going to determine how your future will pan out. This brings me to my next point, which is of technology. Technology has been a boon to all of us in this pandemic, but it also has a dark side. There are millions of apps and websites out there vying for your attention and can easily make you procrastinate and waste your time. It is very important to embrace technology but use it positively and cautiously. You might have also come across many edtech startups and apps which have online classes. But let me tell you, nothing can replace the wisdom of your teachers. The next point that I want to share is about self-care. It is important that we prioritize self-care. The coronavirus does not have any direct treatment. The only treatment that we give is for the symptoms. Your own immune system and your own body fights this disease. So it is important that you fuel your body with good nutritious food and maintain your body through regular and positive exercise. Along with physical health, it is important that we also look into our mental health. Loneliness and anxiety have been one of the most common complaints in this pandemic. It is very important that you talk to your parents, friends, or counselors if you find the need to. As a doctor working and living away from his family, I learned that self-dependency and developing life skills is one of the most important parts. Cooking, making your own bed, cleaning your own room, and doing your own laundry are the most important things and life skills that you will develop, and trust me, it will help you in the future. At the same time, this year has been one of financial hardships for many people. It is very important that you go and learn about this, learn about compound interest, learn about savings. Your parents will always help you develop these skills. In the end, I would like to say that all we have is now, and time and energy are limited resources. It is how we use this time and energy that will develop and depend our future on. So I hope you all have a healthy and productive 2021. Happy Republic Day.
Thus, we come to the end of the wonderful program, and for making this program so wonderful, we express heartfelt gratitude to all the participants for putting such efforts. A big thank you to all the teachers for guiding and training the students. Thanks a ton to the editing team of our alumni, Karan and Akas for the expert skills in putting the program together. And last but not the least, thank you to the school admins for their constant support, and of course, dear parents, without your efforts, nothing would be possible. Thank you all, and hope you all enjoyed the program.